Hi guys, I hope you're doing fine and keeping yourselves safe. Now today I decided to bring you with me to my hair salon and see how I do my hair. So let's get started.
Ankara By Ndyamie.
Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ndyamie Grace and I told you guys I'm going to come with you to my hair salon and show you how my hair is done, and if you want to see where I do my hair from, you're certain. But now I'm with the top hairstylist in Kampala, Uganda. Welcome to Ankara By Ndyamie.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting.
Someone needs to know.
Yes.
Who?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Zziwa of Hair by Zziwa. I'm a hairstylist and a barber, and in Kisement.
Oh, that's awesome. If I'm to be honest, guys, I came to this salon because now it is like my home. I'm family, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I came to this salon with damaged hair, with bad hair. I used to have bad hair days. I would wrap my head with scarves, with do-rags. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you really know, but this was my solution. Like, I no longer suffer that. So to start with, people, there are very many people out there who have the same issues like I did have before I came to this salon. Yeah, so people out there have very many questions and they don't really have to get a chance to get professionals like you people to answer them. So at least for us who can get to you, we take this chance to ask those questions for them. Okay, to start with, how do I stop my hair from breaking?
Usually most times to get a solution to something, you always have to know what the problem is, because hair breaks for different reasons. Some people, I'll give an example, some people break, their hair would break because of post-maternal something after giving birth, especially after giving birth, like around the 6 months, 7 months, the hair starts breaking. Others, the hair may break because of bad chemical application. Others, it may break because of poor handling, too much heat damage. So you need to know what the cause is before you get a solution. That's where the most important thing, you need to know what the cause is. Yes.
Okay, I get that. Is there anything that can make hair grow faster? Most so our black hair. For example, me, I have kaweke. And some people may find it hard for their hair to grow. So what's that one tip or more?
Oh, okay. The most important thing, if you want your hair to grow, you have to reduce on the amount of stress that you apply to it. If you have curly hair, if you always leave it in its natural state, it will always grow faster. That's why, because kaweke hair is graded as 4C type of hair. If you notice, people that have 4C, like me,
What's
4C is kaweke.
Kaweke,
yeah, it's a grade, how they grade hair, from extremely curly to like 2As and 2Cs. But if your hair is very curly and you leave it in a curly form, let's say you have dreadlocks. If I did dreadlocks in my hair is going to grow so long.
Yeah.
But if I keep relaxing it and straightening it, you realize it will reach a point where it doesn't feel like it's growing. So you have to reduce on the kind of stress that you apply to it. Yes. So if it's curly, leave it in a curly form. If it is straight, leave it in a straight form. So you will reduce on the chances of breaking your hair.
What if it's 4C, like mine?
Yes.
Is it allowed to stress it? Okay. No.
No, but you could straighten it up. Like you could avoid heat, you could avoid chemicals, you could avoid a lot of a straining, like a lot of styling.
But then you want to look good. You want your hair to
Yeah, you can still look good minus applying all that much stress.
How
For
do I go
example,
about it?
it depends, because people, I've seen like brides on their weddings. I've seen brides who say, like especially a few years ago, brides that had natural hair on their weddings, they would
I love your bridal hair.
Thank
It
you.
is always on.
Thank you. Thank you, yes. But people that used to have natural hair in the past, they used to tell them to relax their hair for styling. But now people are learning how to style natural hair. You don't need to put chemicals for your hair. And then I've also seen, you see people that need to style and they don't need to blow dry or to iron their hair, because you can straighten your hair minus blow drying it. You could wash and there's something called threading. So you could do threading to straighten your hair minus putting a blow dryer on it. Yes.
Okay, but then there are these normal days. And some people are economical, when you need to go economical or do home hair care, but then you don't need to stress but again you have forceful hair. So how do you really do?
You can always do protective hairstyles. Like for example, braids. You could do braids, you could do cornrows, there's so many different types of braids. Right now we have the knotless braids. It's a variation of box braids. You could do bohemian braids. You could always keep your hair in a very protective form. It's called protective hairstyles, yes. So always keep your hair protected. It will be okay, yes. You can also do crochet, things like that. Or you can keep it short like you.
Yeah, but again, it needs maintenance, like regular maintenance.
Yes.
Okay. There are people that I see that plait hair and they have their
hairline.
Yeah, hairline breaking, like completely breaking. You find someone having a hairline starting from this. What causes that?
The hairlines, mostly ponytails, tight ponytails, and they're nice, but they're not always safe to do all the time. So the more you put strain on your hair, the more you are stretching it, and the more, because a hairline is usually very weak, so you don't need to put a lot of strain on it. And then also tight braids when you're braiding your hair and things is too tight. And then also, like I said, it could be after bath, like when a man is just giving birth. Usually the hormonal imbalance thing in the body can also cause that. But you need to understand what the cause is, and then you can always get a solution.
Okay. Does hair stop growing at a certain level of length?
Yes, it does. There is a stage called the stunted growth. Hair always reaches that level. Like, because there are different stages of growth. I can't remember them offhand, but there is a stage called the stunted growth, the stunted stage, where hair just stops growing. But then eventually, if you keep cutting off your tips, like the split ends, it can always grow back somehow magically. But there is a stunted growth where it stops growing. But it's always a temporary phase. It's never a permanent phase, because it eventually comes back, starts growing again.
So does it apply on only black hair, black African hair, or all kinds of hair?
No, hair is hair, because hair is from a human being, because they have the same blood, we have the same blood. All human beings have the same blood, same everything, apart from the color.
The color,
yes, because that's the only thing that would be different, color and texture. Yes, but it applies to everybody. The reason why black hair appears to not grow over white hair is because white hair is straight, because their strand is always straight, but our strand is always curly. So when something is straight and something is curly, one appears shorter than the other. Like for me now, the times I've taken without getting a haircut, so my hair appears short. But if it was straight, if I did a blow dry and straightened it, it would be longer than what it appears.
You got it. There are common problems that we all face, be it men or women, and one of them is dandruff and dry hair, heat damaged hair. So how best can we go about them? Yeah.
Most people, they don't know the difference between dandruff and a dry itchy scalp. Dandruff is usually a very serious issue, but what people usually have is a dry itchy scalp, but people always misinterpret those two. But the most common thing that I would say would be like a dry itchy scalp, like when you scratch your scalp and then you see flakes falling. That's not dandruff, that's just a flaky scalp. But what you could do for that, you just have to keep like your scalp moisturized all the time. You could just oil it. You just need to know the kind of oils to use, the kind of oils that work for you, the kind of oils that don't work for you. For us, we have products that we make ourselves. So we always mix different oils, like we do like a cocktail of oils, so that if one of the oil doesn't work for you, it can work for another person.
Yeah.
Yes. So like jojoba, castor, lavender, all these kind of oils, you just apply them on the scalp, and they can help get rid of that problem, the dry, itchy scalp.
How often should one moisturize?
Hey, moisturizing should be something that should be applied daily. It's always important to moisturize immediately after washing your hair, like shampooing and conditioning. But if you can do it daily, it's also important. Yes, it's like moisturizing your skin. You know how ladies always have better skin than men? Because ladies take time to moisturize their skin, unlike most men. That's why with girls, we find them better skin, like better moisturized skin than men.
Okay, so do you mean someone to have that oil to apply in your hair has to be advised by professional, or because there is someone who will apply that oil every day and that dry, itchy scalp won't?
Well, if you have a dry scalp, you could apply it daily. But then there's some people that have oily scalps as well. So when you have an oily scalp, then you don't need to apply oil on the scalp every day. Then for you, I would actually recommend more washes and also the kind of shampoos that you could use, because there's some shampoos that is specifically for dry scalps and others for oily scalps. Conditioners, treatments, you just need to identify what your scalp is, and then you know what products to use and how often to use them.
So how often should one shampoo or wash?
Yeah, with the shampoo is good, but every time you shampoo your hair, you wash away everything, including the very important bacteria on your scalp. So every time you shampoo, you must condition your scalp, because the shampoo removes everything, the dirt and the bacteria, and then the conditioner returns only the important things when they're clean. So you could shampoo maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, depending on the situation, your lifestyle. Some people go to the gym very often, others are in the garden, others just do a lot of nothing. So it depends on your lifestyle.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, we see a lot of people who do hair coloring. So according to my skin tone, which hair color suits me?
When choosing a color for yourself, the things that you always have to put into consideration. You have some colors that we classify as yellow tones. I'm trying to use a layman language because we have different types of colors. There are so many, from level 1 to different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when you are in the layman's language, we have, I call them, when I'm explaining to my clients, I always say we have the yellow tones and the red tones. So yellow tones, I always recommend them. People with dark skin tone, darker, like me and darker, I always recommend the red tones, because red tones always appear pigmented when you apply them. And then people who are lighter, like light skin, I always tell them to go for the yellow tones. Yellow tones are more like coppers, goldish, brownish. And then the red tones are usually the maroons, the burgundy, the purples, but they all come in different shades.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's always easier for me. So you choose a shade according to your work. Because I have some people that come here like HR won't allow me, and then others more like I'm a teacher, I'm a banker. Yes.
Okay. So brides are allowed to put on to color their hair, like tints or something? Most of those that have short hair. Yes,
of course. Doing color, when you're a bride, I always tell my brides that you must do what makes you happy, because it's your day, you're the boss, you dictate whatever it is that you want. If you want to do platinum hair, do it. If you want to do short hair, natural hair, relaxed hair, whatever it is that you want, you're the boss, you must do what you want. Me, my job is to work with you to appear well, not to appear
But again,
silly.
you may dictate and end in fashion police.
No, that's where I come in. Okay. To make sure like what you want is executed well. Yes.
Okay.
To make sure like the execution is perfect. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I've seen men who suffer bumps.
Yes.
And that problem is so common. I don't know if it's a saloon issue or it's a hormonal issue or something. What is really causing bumps to men?
Well, bumps are the things that come after shaving the beards.
Yes.
What causes this is usually hair. Our hair, when it's coming out of your skin, bumps usually happen on black people or men of color, people that have curly hair. So when the hair is coming out of your skin, it comes out curly. So when it's curling, it touches your skin. Usually bumps appear after 3 days. after shaving. Like you can't achieve them, you can't get them the next day, you get them after 2 or 3 days after shaving. So because that's enough time for the hair to come and turn and touch the skin. So in order to avoid that, you have to keep shaving very often. That's why some people shave daily. People who shave daily, they don't get bumps. But if you can skip a day, you won't get bumps as well. But if you don't have time to go to the salon all the time, then you have to apply hot water every day. And then there's also some other products like bump control that you can also apply to keep the hair soft enough not to touch the skin to cause the bumps.
So you have to apply that hot water immediately after shave, or though after a day?
Of course, immediately after the haircut, you must apply it. But then you need to apply it as often as you can, maybe twice a day, before sleeping and as soon as you wake up, to keep the hair as soft as possible, so that it doesn't touch the skin. Because the moment it touches the skin, that's when it causes the irritation and the thing. Sometimes that ingrown hair that causes it, but most times it's always the hairs that are growing back.
But again, there is a scenario. I don't know what happened then, because I've seen someone who had those bumps in some other salon, and he could actually take a step to put that hot water and all that, and the bumps would still appear. Yeah. But again, after this, like after that person came in here, I'm not just making an advert. Oh, this is real, guys. So after that person came to the salon, like after they shave and all that, he even doesn't take a step to put that hot water, but still they don't appear. So what is the chemistry behind that?
Then that is the other part that I mentioned, also the products that you use, and then also the tools and equipments that you use. How clean are they? How sterilized? Are they sterilized? There are most people, they don't really care for they don't pay attention to the details or the process of getting a haircut. Most people, they just shave, they don't care. It's about the final look. So, and also the kind of energy that you use. When you're shaving, you shouldn't shave to a zero if you know your client is not going to come back within 2 days. You have to leave some little hair so that it doesn't come out with that force touch. It's just a combination of everything. The technique used while shaving. When you're shaving, another trick that I always tell people, when you're shaving, you have to shave in the direction of the hair.
Hair growth.
Yes. But if you shave against the hair, you're going to cause out of energy, and then when it's coming back, it's going to come up by force. Yes. So it's about technique. So you also need to be careful where you go.
Do not shave against the hair. How should one go about children's hair?
You mean in terms of hair care?
Yeah, hair care.
For children, I've noticed children's hair is also very delicate.
Yeah,
because
the scalp is weak.
Yeah, the scalp is weak, and then the hair is not yet ready. Like the strands are not yet fully grown, so they're still very delicate. Children are still children. Usually we do hair to enhance our look, to feel good about ourselves. Kids are not yet ready. They're not yet that stage of self-esteem. How do I look? Blah 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 blah. So I would always recommend parents to leave their kids, to not pressure their kids into going to the salon before the age of 3. In fact, for us, we don't work on kids below the age of 3 because parents like to overly pressure, to put too much pressure on the kids.
I've seen that where kids are being forced. The kid is crying and they reach a point of grabbing them, like you have to do this. I mean,
but
so rude.
Yes, but kids, I think kids should just be kids, and then when they start growing, maybe girls at the age of 6, that's when you can start starting to let's say braid the hair, do something for the hair, but then it shouldn't be something that is so adult. So you need to do very childish things that can be taken out after a week or 2, like simple cornrows, just big braids, swirls, twists, simple hair care things. But there is kids shampoo, there is kids conditioner, kids product. Everything should be kids-like.
Kids, yeah?
Yes.
Are kids allowed to color their hair?
Of course not.
Not.
Definitely not. But I've seen people do it, but I still don't, unless if it's a new trend, but I think it shouldn't be legally allowed. Yeah,
for real, I don't also second that. Let kids be kids. Because I've seen a photo shoot where a kid had the hair done, had makeup on, had these bikinis and all that. I'm like, yo, what's going on? That's because
adulting children.
Because I don't think this kid really knows what they're doing.
But anyway, who are we to tell people what to do with their kids?
Yeah, you're right. What is your professional advice to people who do home hair care?
The biggest piece of advice I would give people that want to do their own things, whenever they wash their hair, they must always condition their hair. Because I've noticed most people that wash their hair, they forget to condition. So every time you wash your hair, because shampoo dries out the hair, and it sometimes makes it hard. So you never leave your hair hard. Always condition your hair, keep your hair moisturized all the time. Because moisturized hair can never break. Yes, so the biggest advice, make sure your hair is moisturized all the time.
I've seen people who moisturize without shampooing.
Yeah, as long as the hair is moisturized, no problem.
No problem?
Yes,
okay.
and clean. Because you can moisturize clean hair, the problem is when you're moisturizing dirty hair. It's never good.
It's never good. Okay. So what are the most mistakes that they make, like people who do home hair care?
I wouldn't know the mistakes because I'm not there, but apart from that's one thing that I noticed, when they don't moisturize their hair, they break their hair when they've already washed it and it's dry. That's the only thing that I've noticed that they usually do wrong. But I would always advise them not to do certain things like chemicals, because those are they need professionals to do it for them. Yeah, because they may not wash it out completely, and then they keep reacting on the hair. Yes, but I think that's the only thing that they probably do wrong. That I recommend them not to do. Avoid chemicals and keep your hair moisturized.
Are there special skincare products that you guys sell here, in that someone who is out there and is really having issues with their hair that you sell here?
We usually have products that are for like easy to use, like let's say styling moves, edge control for the edges, and maybe oils that we make ourselves that I talked about before. Those are most of the things that we have for sale. They're usually aftercare products. When a client comes in and how to maintain their hair. Yes, those are the things that we usually have. Yeah,
by the way, this hair salon has an academy that trains hair as a whole, Yes. What is it called?
Yeah, Zziwa Haircare. It's it's a training center in Banda. Like that's where we train people that want to become professionals in this field. Yes, if you want to learn more about hair, you want to learn how to do hair, how to style, everything, hair, nails, makeup, it's in Banda.
Oh wow, hair, nails, makeup.
Yeah.
You're being in COVID, do you guys do online teaching, and how does someone that really want to join?
We open because of social distancing, so we know a few students per teacher. So we train, because this is a hands-on thing, we can't do an online training. So it's a hands-on thing, but we are registering right now and it's going to be officially open in January. Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Are there registration online, or
yes, you can register online because we have pages, Zziwa Haircare on Instagram and also Facebook. Yes, so you can always get application from there.
Wow, I'm so glad to have you, and thank you so much for giving me this whole time. It is not easy, but I appreciate, and again, I appreciate the good work that you do at this salon.
Thank you.
I'm really so happy with you guys and your work as a whole. The eyebrows, they really cut them nicely. The makeup, the hair, the nails, everything is on click. So visit Hair by Zziwa at Kisement.
Yes.
Ankara By Ndyamie.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, and if you've not subscribed, please do join the family and let's grow together. Give a thumbs up if you like my natural glow. My hair is from Hair by Zziwa. Till next time.
Baby Ndyamie, I like your style. It's just a beautiful feeling. Ankara style. Ankara By